Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Welcome.
We are on into cyberspace.
Ooh, with
Drinking
spirit candy.
To everybody who's watching us, now or later.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mm.
Perfect. October 5th, 2020.
Drinking to the beautiful weather.
It just made me think of Oktoberfest.
Not Oktoberfest.
Just October 5th, Fest. It sounds kind of similar.
Oktoberfest.
And I used to work at the Calgary Stampede. They made a big deal. That
was a big deal, yes.
Yeah, they'd bring all these, all the players from Germany. And it was fantastic. It was fun. Big pretzels.
Yeah, totally, eh?
Yeah. Beer and sausages and
all
the
the
rest
beer.
of it.
I never got to enjoy that part.
No,
that's funny.
I didn't drink beer and didn't have sausages. But
see,
we did go to the German guest house in Calgary.
Yeah, I got married there.
It was fabulous. I loved it. We took my cousins.
And they had the Papa band there, right?
Everything.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
The Papa band with the later hoses, the whole 9 yards.
That's funny.
Love it.
So feel free to drop a comment, say hi, let us know you're here.
Absolutely.
Remember, if you want us to see who we're talking to on this stream, you need to go to streamyard.com/Facebook and grant StreamYard access. Otherwise, you don't know who we're talking to until we go back and look at the post on Facebook. So there we go. Yes. We're also thinking about changing the time that we come live to you guys, right? Changing the time.
Yes.
So we're kind of tossing around 7 p.m., kind of looking at that, trying to figure out what day of the week would be good. Hello, Bonnie.
Hi, Bonnie.
Nice to see you.
Good to see Bonbon.
Yeah, she couldn't come last week, could she?
No, she wasn't here. I think she was
we missed you
traveling
last
or
week.
something.
Yeah, traveling. Okay.
Yeah, she's been busy. Bonnie's been busy.
Bonbon has been busy.
Yeah.
That probably means he's happy.
She seems very happy.
That's good.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah,
that's happy.
There you go.
Nice.
Very good.
Nice. Okay.
Happy's best.
So, what is it? October 5th, next Monday here in Canada is Thanksgiving, which is a stat holiday for us, which means there will be no spirit candy next Monday. Bonnie, we're also happy you're happy. That just warms my heart for sure.
Delights us.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will be back on October 19th with Spirit Candy, and we're going to have our very first guest. It's going to be Carly Penfold. Yeah.
Yes, Carly Penfold.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, Carly is a wonderful human being, and she used to run the holistic market here in Kelowna. It would go on every month at the Laurel Packing House, but since COVID, there is no more.
There is no more.
Yeah, there is no more holistic market. So
hopefully it'll come back in the new year.
Hope so.
Yeah.
And so Carly will be on. We're not sure what we're going to talk about. That is up to Mr. Michael.
He always has suggestions.
He always has suggestions and questions and remarks, for lack of a better word.
So we have a couple questions that we got from Facebook Messenger today, and then Archangel Michael. We've got a couple of questions our own self.
Yeah,
yes, we do.
So I don't know how you guys want to do this first. I don't know if you want to answer the questions.
Sure.
Okay.
Gotta warm it up. Yeah. Get ready. Oh, glasses. Jeez. Ready now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Jana and Melissa would like to ask a question for Matthew, which is brother. Will the change in his work shifts be beneficial for him, even in spite of the decrease in income? And it is a two-part question. So if you want to answer that, then I can ask the next one. Or I can ask it right now, whatever you want.
Ask it right now because it relates to each other.
Okay, and will the change in his work shifts be will the change in his work shifts be beneficial for him, even in spite of the decrease in income? And will his daughter be more welcoming to spending more time with him?
Big question.
Yeah.
Big question.
Lots to consider.
Yes.
Having less earnings is a challenge. However, his situation would benefit the dearest person
His daughter.
Yeah.
to him.
Mhm.
So, yes, for the time being, at least, it will help her to feel more normal.
Yeah.
More real.
Mhm.
More alive.
Mhm.
Under the grief-filled circumstances, I strongly support that real change comes to both of them. They will have an opportunity to learn about one another in ways never before sought out. The parent-child dynamic, ever loving, ever challenging, typically never ventures into truly sharing, truly thinking about how the other one seeks value in their own life. Oftentimes, so much is given to other. The giver fades away. There truly needs to be balance. Giving this effort its best chance for success.
Nice.
It is nice. Serious as can be.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. I was encroaching on your chair.
We can share.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a sensitive situation.
It's just by the way he's wording.
Yeah.
It sure seems that way. He's being strong in how he's wording it, but he's also trying to pull back and not be pushy.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he can be very pushy. Just saying.
Oh, yes.
He doesn't put up with our crap for any length of time.
Nope.
All right, so there you guys go. Sounds like it's probably a good thing.
It's a good thing.
Yeah,
it's going to be a
It's
good
going to
thing.
work out okay.
Worth it, worth it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well worth it.
So often, family members try so hard, but it's just not being received on the other end. It's not being understood. And then all the armor goes up and it's not successful. And I think that's what he's referring to when he's talking about the balance for both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We had one more question, I think.
No, it was all
it was a
right. So is it gonna be? Is she gonna be more welcoming to seeing him, spending time with him?
In time.
Yeah.
she's prone to be armored and will insist on being prickly.
Teenage girls.
Oh, teenage.
Gosh, yes.
Isn't that the truth?
Yes.
Prickly is probably a perfect word for
In other
that
words, she's
development.
going to be a typical teenager.
Yeah. Yep. Typical challenge.
But she'll get over it.
Yes. That's the intent.
Cool.
No, we had a question. As most people like to know, how do you connect with spirits?
Mhm.
How do you listen? How do you speak to spirits?
Yeah.
So we can each put in our 10 cents words of how we
Mhm.
connect and speak and listen, if you like. Who wants to start?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
You did the intro.
Because-
Just keep it going.
Keep going.
Okay, how do you connect with spirit? Well,
That was awesome.
Sentences are hard to put into words.
you don't open your mouth and start speaking to them
Yeah.
in English, because not all beings on the other side have a concept of the English language.
Okay.
Most of the time you will get pictures or emotions. And quite often you the first thing that you will notice is you have a sense of somebody looking at you. Does that sound familiar? And then you look around and you realize there is no living person looking at you. And then you sort of can mentally tune in and ask, okay, who is trying to get my attention here? And most people will get something, either a feeling, a word, a picture, a color, anything. Or if you're one of the not so common ones, you'll actually see them.
Like you do.
Like I do.
All the time.
I kind of want to put in here a little asterisk and say Carla has been able to do that, see them, like almost her whole life. Isn't
gosh,
that right?
yes.
Yeah.
I used to have invisible playmates.
Yeah.
And
So
it was a great source of entertainment to my dad.
Oh, no doubt. He probably still laughs about that.
No, not anymore.
No?
He's good. Yeah, he got it.
Of course, he got it,
He got it.
but it's so amusing. It's sentimental.
Yeah.
I think he probably still giggles.
Anyway, if you practice this enough, you will be able to start seeing them. If anybody wants to learn how to see beings or auras, take a person, put them against a white wall, and sort of focus past them.
relax your eyes.
Relax your eyes and focus 3 feet behind them.
I just saw you slamming somebody into the wall. Yeah.
Like,
Don't do that.
Don't slam,
anybody in the wall. But
you'll start seeing a haze at first.
you can just Google how to see an aura.
Yeah.
There's a book out there, Hands of Light. Who's the author? Barbara
Brennan.
Barbara Brennan, Hands of Light. I actually pulled that book out the other day. I need to read it again.
But don't ever lend it out.
It'll never come
I'm
back.
on my 3rd book because I already lost 2. You give it to somebody, you'll never see it again.
Do you know what somebody taught me? When you lend a book, you take a picture of them holding the book on your phone.
Oh,
and that
neat.
way, because like I lend books out.
Yeah.
And quite often I forget who I lent them to.
That's right.
And so I'll just
Me
snap
too.
a picture. I'll snap a picture of whomever it is with the book.
Yeah.
And then I know who has my book,
And
right?
then they know you took their picture and they'll remember to return it.
Well,
if
no,
not, you got
they're
a picture.
forced to return
Yeah.
it.
So
That's something.
one thing I've learned with trying to connect to spirit, I have to be calm. I can't do it when I'm too in my head. If I'm too emotional, I can't. It just doesn't work. Right? So to be calm,
that
right?
makes sense.
I drop into my heart space and I know for me, I found that spirit finds a way to connect with me in a way that works best for me. So like I remember having being show up that looked like Jesus in my kitchen because that's what I was familiar with, right? And you know, but for me being calm and in my heart space is key for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm wound up tighter on top and she's got to peel me off the ceiling, I can't hear.
Well, it makes perfect sense.
Well, if you're excited about something or you're really upset and pissed off with your next door neighbor, for example, spirit doesn't want to come near you. That's too much negative energy.
Well, and they can't, or even in grief, right? Yeah. Like, you know, when we're mourning something or somebody, when we're in that kind of grief, we're not high enough, for lack of a better word.
You lower your vibration by doing that.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It really does.
And practice.
That's
practice.
practice.
Yeah.
Right? Drop into that heart space and just listen. Right?
How about you?
How about you?
Gosh, you know, I think I've been experiencing it for most of my life, but didn't truly recognize it for what it was. You know, like I'd have awarenesses when I was a kid, and when you're a kid, you just accept things, and it just is, right? And like I mentioned before, a lot of times it was warnings. So when I think I kind of shut that part of me off because I wasn't liking what I was seeing oftentimes. And
well, it frightens a lot of people.
Yeah, especially
there are a lot of people that have just shut it up.
Yeah, that's
true.
Too scary.
That. Yeah.
Too scary.
For me, it was just too overwhelming, and I shut it down.
Yeah, and I think that's pretty common.
Yeah,
you know, like so for I'd have this repetitive dream about an uncle of mine, and anyway, so it was not a pleasant dream, and I was very frightened in that dream, and it did come to pass, but I sure knew to bolt when everything began. And so I think that's kind of the attachments that I had. Not that in my mind at the time I was thinking of spirit. I just didn't want to know. I didn't want to hear this stuff. I didn't want to see this stuff. And so much later, probably once I got into my 40s, that's when things started to settle down. I started to take value in my own time for myself. And then when I started doing that kind of dwelling, you know, I would just ponder, and I would just close my eyes, and you know, I didn't have anywhere near like Carla's just evolved immensely over time, and so what she sees is astonishing. And you've been working on this quite some time as well, and so I kind of winged it for a long time, but I found the most effective was when I was just sitting there with my eyes closed, and I was, like you say, with pictures, putting pictures in my mind of how the potential of what life could be, you know, because so often we don't think of we just don't think of ourselves. We're always doing so much for others, a lot of us anyway. And so to give myself that gift of focus, that was kind of a meditation unto itself, even before I started meditating. So yeah, it was just making a very intended connection, and things started to shift.
There you go.
And I also, you know, spirit works with us, for us in so many different ways. And, you know, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the word synchronicities or whatever, but, you know, how many times have you misplaced something only to come and find out that there was an accident on that route that you normally take, or, you know, you get redirected in some way, shape, or form, and something really neat happens, or, you know, like there's all kinds of different ways, and that spirit working with you, working for you, you know, and it's when we're able to just remember that. And, you know, everything works out all the time. And if you can adapt that to what you deem as negative in your life, like, oh, crap, I forgot my keys, I'm running late, I hit every red light. But you have no idea what those tiny little setbacks are actually creating or preventing or whatever. And that's all spirit, right? That's all spirit. Even if it's your own higher self, that's still spirit, right?
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And so Michael wanted us to start with this today, to invite you to share your own wonders. And how do you connect with spirit? Yeah. What kind of information could we provide?
Or do you have a wonderful story about connecting with spirit that is just so pleasant to hear?
Yeah. Yeah, because he's so invested in taking everyone to an elevated spiritual journey,
Yes.
and your questions could really help generate that kind of inquiry, that kind of interest.
Or even if you had something happen that you shut it down,
Yeah.
and you're wondering how to let that go so that you can open it back up, right? Drop a comment, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right, let us know.
Yeah.
So you can either drop a comment here, or you can message me. I seem to be having an issue getting my Facebook page messages. So I'll be more on that. I'll check it more often.
Okay.
And for those that I missed, I do apologize, or I got back too late. I'm so sorry.
Or email.
Yeah, email. Right. My email address is on my business page, Nea Hypno or Danae Zulkowski Hypnotherapist. Carla's is on Holographic Hands. Is it Holographic Hands or
Holographic Healing?
Healing. Oops.
Healing Hands.
Holographic Healing. Do you have a Facebook page? Or no, you haven't got that worked out yet, have you?
It got dead. I think it must have been hacked. And my life has been so ridiculous that with my time that I still haven't built it again. Yeah, because Emily's going to help me. But I have to give her information. Yeah. And I haven't done it.
So just connect with me or Carla, and we'll be happy to pass that on. I know you guys are all really familiar in how to connect with both of us or one of us or whatever. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything he wants to say? It doesn't look like we have a lot coming in at the moment.
No. Okay. Had a kink.
Can't kinky in the show, you know.
No.
We need to be somewhat PG.
Interesting.
You have to be peachy.
You got to be peachy, not kinky.
Peachy. Oh, peach season is over.
Not peachy. PG.
Oh.
I miss my peaches.
I thought you said peachy too.
I said PG.
Oh, we were thinking peaches.
Yeah, we were thinking peaches.
Yeah.
They missed their peaches.
They miss peaches.
So good though.
And cherries.
Yeah. Cherries.
Yeah, fruit season's coming to an end. That's all right. I started a boot camp today. I have to monitor. I'm not allowed to eat as much fruit as I normally do, so it's probably a good thing I started now.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're not going to be tempted by the fragrance when you drive around.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Fragrance when I drive around. My God, just going to the grocery store. Right? Celery is my favorite place to go buy produce. And it's like peaches, literally this big, man.
Juicy, flavorful.
So good.
The last ones we bought that were literally the last ones they had in the box, but they're starting to taste woody, so it's done. They don't have any more.
Yeah, it's easier to let go when they start tasting like that.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah,
we're done.
Hi, Merle. Thanks for tuning in. Do you have an experience you want to share about communicating with spirits? If you do, great. If not, well, it's okay too.
Come on, Meryl. Tell us your story. We know you interact with spirit.
Therefore.
So maybe while Merle's coming up with something, if she chooses to contribute, we'll see what Archangel Michael has to say.
Hello, everyone. I value so greatly your heartfelt interest in this show. I invite you to chime in every week. Bring me your wonders. I can help to heighten your awareness, to understand your dreams, to hold you in such kindness that you feel safe to broker any question. Just know that your one personal situation is not uncommon. Everyone has stuff about which they never what? They never power through. They never share. They never give themselves enough time to sort through the deeper complications in their life. I help with that. I help to provide buoyancy versus more stress. I help to provide being willing to fuel your own interests. Most parents become so kindred oriented that they lose focus on themselves. I think you hear it.
I heard
Yeah.
Did you hear my tummy?
Oh gosh, yes.
My tummy's rumbling.
Her,
You guys can hear
tummy's
that, it's
been
my tummy.
entertaining me.
That's funny. Sorry to interrupt. It wasn't intentional. This one wasn't intentional. I can't help it.
No, you
Weird
can't.
day.
Of course you can't help
No.
it. That is something you have no control
No,
over.
none whatsoever.
Zippity doo dah.
Merle says that. Oh, is Archangel Michael finished? We have a question come in a comment, so
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt him though.
He's ready.
Okay. Merle says she loves to channel, starting to do more and more.
There you go.
The colors that come in are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can imagine. So if you feel like sharing, Merle, let us know what your process is to channel. Right?
Yeah.
How does that work for you? Right? If somebody was like, well, I wonder how she channels, Colette uses a pendulum, Carla sees, I tend to feel it. How do you do that?
And how did you learn?
Yeah.
So you give other people some idea where to start.
Yeah. Right? And just
It's a good idea. It really is.
So, and then we have a question, and I'm not sure who the question's from, but it says, does Archangel Michael have any messages for me concerning my mom and my brother, who was just diagnosed with stomach cancer, which is now spread into his bones?
No.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awful.
That's
So sorry.
nasty.
Yeah.
This is the worst feeling. The helplessness. Being there has the most apt value. You give your time, your understanding, your love. Be real, not strong. They who suffer recognize a false front. Give your true self. It will be the most effective for everyone, especially you. Cancer is vile
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't care how fair, brave, and fine people are. It ravages to its best ability. I see your family becoming fighters together, accepting the diagnosis, but striving to live as much as possible in the time before he's released from this life. It's possible he can recover, but he seems so accepting now. Part of him becomes angry, part allows him to grieve for others, not himself. I have no ray of sunshine. I am sorry. Can you have the strength to heal your collective hearts while there is good time to do so? That's
Sorry, Merle.
really, yeah, that's so hard. What a touching way he said that, though. When I think about it so often, I could, well, our age anyway, we've had a lot of people die around us, right? We've had family and friends, and
we're getting to the age, Colette, that people are dropping like flies around us.
It's true. And how often do you really share your feelings, right?
Yeah. All you can say, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that's right. But I think what he's talking about there, it's about using this as an opportunity to really share how you feel.
To just be real.
Yeah, because that's like, for me, that's really hard to share how I feel. And well, unless I'm ticked off, I can share that. And but yeah, when it comes to the heart, to sentiment, that's tough because it makes me think, and in ways that I clearly don't tend to.
Well, it's uncomfortable, right? Like,
yeah, that's the word, isn't it? Yeah.
Feeling happy and joyful is great, but when it's not happy and joyful and it's on the other end of the spectrum, man, that's uncomfortable. It's not a pleasant space to be in.
Yeah.
Right. So so Merle goes on to say, because Merle channels.
Oh yes.
And she's sharing how she does it, and she says she starts with breathing and 2 pens, different colors. One for my question and one for Spirit's answer. She also just started to record her questions and answers. It will be interesting to do more of this. Absolutely.
That's great. I hadn't even heard of that.
Merle's
like that method with the pens, and like to write things down. That's great.
Some people, they just take a pen, a piece of paper, and then they go into meditation. And they handwrite.
Yeah, I've done that.
There you go.
Well, the more you get to know me, the more you'll hear me say,
and the more you practice, the better you get at it.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
That's
All
good.
right.
What's he doing out there?
Weed
I
whacking.
have
Oh,
no
they're weed
idea.
whacking them. They're
At
busy
least it's not
outside.
my tummy.
Oh yeah, it's settled down for the moment. We could form a chorus.
It doesn't make that much
The
noise.
weed whacking belly girdle. You see, it's
That's funny.
oh goodness.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. It would bring it. Meryl says, so beautiful. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Yes, it is scary. I can actually feel his fear and brings me to tears.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah. You know, clear yourself as it's not yours to take, love. You know that. It's hard not to because it's your brother, it's your family.
yeah.
But it's not yours, and you will show up better for him if you just have you know. And I get it. I know, right? I watched my mom go through it.
yeah. Okay.
And it's hard, but you know, we're here for you any way we can be as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sending you guys so much love. All right. Is there anything else? About 36 minutes in. Anybody got anything?
Well, let's see what Michael has to say.
Let's see if Michael comes up with something.
Not too many on with us today.
No. Looks like just Merle. Thanks,
Yeah.
Merle.
Thank you, Merle. So yes, let's change the time to suit more viewers.
The people that work still work mostly during the day.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe I'll learn how to put out a poll.
Yeah. Put out a poll.
Yeah.
Put it on my list.
That short list she has.
I'll just prioritize it. I'll just move it from down here to up here. Right? I got a list. That's what I do on Tuesdays. Tuesday's my admin day.
Would a poll work? Let's ask. Yeah, he thinks so.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, he's going yes, no. He's going yes, no. He says it takes things into a good but floppy area.
Floppy area.
Floppy, yeah. So how about
floppy area?
Floppy area. How about we try Tuesday evenings at 7? That will come to be so much quicker than taking a poll. Thoughts?
We'll see.
We'll see.
We will see.
All right, everyone.
It's time.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
Sending so much love.
Yes.
And we'll see you soon. Not sure when.
Yes.
Won't be next week though, because next week is Thanksgiving.
And a happy Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
happy Thanksgiving to all of us, all our Canadian peeps.
Exactly. Cheers.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, everyone.
So long. Take care of you.